You know, it's Bring Your Humanity to Work Day at XenCraft Studios. So I want to mention that as a first caveat for this video because some of you might be a little bit shocked at the content. But it is Bring Your Humanity to Work Day, as is every day at XenCraft Studios. As the Chief Imaginary Officer, I've declared it so. So I'm bringing my humanity to work today and posting some rather surprising content on LinkedIn. It's also a couple of other really interesting days. The juxtaposition of Easter and Transgender Day of Visibility. So that's a really interesting combination that can be kind of hard to wrap your head around. And so I think that the way we wrap our heads around the combination of those days is through the lens of love. So I'm going to do this in the long and storied tradition of the software world through a tradition called Hello World, and I've added it into this little thing called a name tag. So I am going to start in and say, hello world, I'm transparent. Okay? What that means is I'm the parent of a transgender child. I have a beautiful transgender girl who is the light of my life and adds so much wonderful value in the world. I love her deeply. Today, she is seen and heard as she is. And that's really important to me as a parent. And I know many of you may not understand that, particularly those that might be ideologically against transgender folks. You might see them as less than. And I implore you to look at this through the lens of love. So the second part of my modular name tag system is and I love you. The reason I made name tags modular is because we can say one thing about ourselves, like I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat, I'm a skier or I'm a snowboarder. And this really only captures a small aspect of who we really are. We're so much richer than that one thing. But often we can collapse our identity into those things and use them to separate from each other and maybe even view people in the other groups as less than. So rather than do that, I've consciously chosen to bring the lens of love and say, and I love you. That is a message for all the transgender folks out there, but it's also the message for all human beings. And it's a message not just from me as Michael Holloway, as the individual, but also from XenCraft Studios, the enterprise. And it is the lens through which we seek to bring more kindness and well-being into the world. And so I'm excited to announce my first passion project at XenCraft Studios. It's going to be a voice training app. And this is really powerful for the folks in the transgender community, but really for all humans. You know, the number one fear is actually the fear of public speaking. And myself included, like I really resonate with this fear. And I do have to apologize for this video and take a moment and caveat it because I literally recorded this on the fly. There's no script. And I realize the production quality is low and there's probably a lot of ums and ahs because I tend to do that. And I also don't speak in a really resonant way with my diaphragm. And there are these techniques that we can learn through professional voice training. My child has gone through this as part of her journey. And frankly, it's been one of the most profoundly affirming aspects of her journey as a transgender person. And so the challenge there for many people is that that's actually fairly expensive to go hire a professional coach. So what I seek to do with this first app from XenCraft Studios is to democratize access to voice training so that any human being who wishes to be more authentically expressed in the world and more powerfully seen can cultivate the power of their authentic voice. So that is a process that involves a technology called biofeedback. So we can listen to and visualize our voice in real time as we're speaking, and we can see the pitch and resonance, and we can actually move those things through a process of biofeedback. And that's a very powerful way to cultivate your voice. And I'm going to be going through this journey as someone who's not really a polished speaker as well. And so I'm really excited about that myself. And I'm really excited to share that with the world, basically any human being who hopes to be more authentically connected and heard in the world. I think this application is going to be a really cool thing for you. So stay tuned. There's going to be more details on this emerging in the coming days and weeks. So if you're excited about that, give me a shout out so I know where the interest is, and I'll be happy to share more of this as it unfolds. So thank you, and really excited to share that news today. One more quick note. If you'd like to receive updates on this project or other projects at XenCraft Studios, just like and subscribe to this channel. And if you'd like to receive email updates or contribute to the project either through a small donation or contributing your feedback or talent to the project in some way, please click the link in the comments below and you can quickly connect with us. Thank you.